So now what? You'll be happy to know I'm at the end of the doom. Now what? Okay, well, I'd like to talk about that. The now what is what I'm very much involved in. Grassroots. Grassroots movement to reform education. That's kind of looks like me when I'm doing my yard work. Yeah, so, but when you think about grassroots, you don't think about one guy with one blade of grass. I mean, if you're going to have a grassroots movement, are you going to go out there and put one seed in the ground, nurture it for a year, wait till it's full mature, and then put in another seed? It's going to take you a long time to get along that way. You need a lot of grassroots. And every little blade of grass is independent of every other blade of grass. They all draw nutrient from the same soil, and they all draw light from the sun and water, all from the same sources, and they all grow independently. But at the same time, they benefit from the environment. Okay? So this is what I'm trying to get at. You see, we have a little group down in Gilbert. There's a few other little groups around the valley where we're working hard to fix education. But this problem is national. And in fact, it is a worldwide problem because it's top down from the UN to the UNESCO, to the U.S. Department of Education, the State Department of Education, the County Department of Education, to our local school boards. You know, it's a very, 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 very top-down sort of thing. And one guy pushing up against that is not going to make it happen. We have in Arizona, and these are numbers that I'm throwing around. These are not absolute numbers. Just give you some idea of what I believe anyway needs to happen. You have 227 public school districts. I suppose you had 24 education edge committees, 24 people in each education edge committee in each school district. Statewide, that would be 500, about 5,500 people. Do we have that many conservatives in Arizona? I think we do. I hope we do. If we don't, we're really in bad shape. If you was to place every school board member there with 5 conservatives, you would have 1,100 conservative school board members. You would have at least 227 conservative representatives on the SBA. And activists total that you would have to reform Arizona schools would be 6,500 people, all working in the local communities, taking personal responsibility for what's put into the heads of their children and how the district spends its money. You see, we have corruption is so incredibly bad with the teachers' unions, government employee unions, the media, etc., that we really need to form, if I may borrow a term from George Soros, a shadow government. I mean, the government that's in place is all bad. We need to build our government from the ground up. Oh, thank you. So if you did it on a national level, if you had a little group of people, and in Gilbert we have at least 3 dozen people, and they're all involved in various different ways. But let me put this idea in your head. I would dare say that Gilbert is considered one of the most conservative communities in the state, and our local school, public school, is like considered to be like most efficiently run schools in the state, if not the most efficiently run. Except I can tell you, it's horrible. I mean, it's like going, look, it's the best train wreck in Arizona, but it's still a train wreck. I mean, that's so. So let's consider Gilbert is a town of 200,000 people, 220,000 people thereabouts, and I dare say that probably at least half of them are somewhat conservative. What if every single one of those people, 110,000 people, said, I'm going to go to one school board meeting this year, just one? Do you realize there wouldn't be a venue big enough in Gilbert to hold all those people? And do you realize if that happened, oh, there would be change. Can you imagine the pressure of hundreds of conservatives showing up to every school board meeting. There have been situations where you have 500 people show up to a school board meeting and they go, "We've had it with this, we're not going to put up with this." And the school board meeting goes, "You elected us. Go away." And they go away. So we ain't going. See, you got to have that attitude. You got to, see, this is going to take a generation. This is a big, big problem. And IMHO, in my own opinion, is the problem. Because if what's going on in schools now is what's going to be running our country next generation, welcome to a gulag police state.